Hey guys, today we're going to do a quick tutorial on Wildstarlogs. These are going to be posted typically in your raid log Discord channel or whatever VoIP you're using. There should be a channel specifically posting links to this page right here of your guild's raids. Um, Getting into it, you are going to left click. You can either do a specific fight or you can click a specific wipe. Here we can click kill. Now we're on the kill of this fight, of the kill. You can click this and change if you want to change to one of your wipes. You can also do all encounters, but some of those things can be a little buggy. It's also goofy if one guy, who maybe your top DPS, died early on the first one on accident, and now he's your lowest DPS overall. Can have a benefit of looking at all the kills and wipes, but typically it's better to just look at each one individually. Looking at the kill, you can look at your primary graph here, just get an overview, as well as how people are doing down here. Moving on, we can do damage done. This is how well people are doing. You can look at activity percentage. This is going to be one of your biggest things. How often people are pushing buttons, moving around, doing things. Low activity percentage means they are maybe not familiar with their class, unfamiliar with the fight, so they're just standing there looking at their buttons, trying to click something. You can also go to specific people, so I can say specifically me, apathy, and how I did, what damages I did, what abilities I did, things like that. You can compare to other fights, which is this 3-bar button up here. You can go find other players on the same fight and compare yourself, though there may be different times. So you may need to divide by the time. Maybe they killed it in a minute, so and ours is near 2 minutes. So you could divide by that and then figure out what, does he have 10 more impales than me? Is that why he's doing so much more damage? Is it gear? Things like that. It's a good way to compare. Hit the X up here, otherwise you may go to like deaths and you're not going to get anything because you're selected on only me. So now you've got all players. You can see Murph here died to crush of 82,000 damage. That would hurt really bad. It's probably not his fault. Healers couldn't keep up with his entire life bar going 100 to 0. Death is a good place to find why people are dying. So let's go to a wipe. We can we can see this one. Crush is crushing everybody, and the reason for that is the massive amount of damage coming out from it. We can also look at another fight that may be, let's see, we had 12 wipes on this pair. I don't even want to pronounce that. We can see why people are dying to this fight. Let's see, what's a decent length fight? So here's a 2.5 minute fight. And we can see why people are dying. So this person, their last 3 hits thorns, hit them 3 times. This is a dodgeable thorns. This is appears. We know when it's appearing. It's an AoE below us. Then it pops up. You can roll out. We know it's coming. So this is something we'd say, hey, Everoth, you got to work on that, man. Thorns are wrecking you. A lot of people are getting hit by thorns, it looks like. This is a good way to say, hey, raid, these are the things we need to work on. This is what mechanic is killing us, and it's totally dodgeable. This fight is glitched. I died 87 times in 12 pulls. I don't know why. We can actually look at that. So this is one of the reasons I don't like looking at overall. If you can see this, I died 87 times. So sometimes these logs can be a little glitched. Moving on. If you're looking at specifically how you're doing, how the raid's doing, we can go to, as it loads, let's go back to this kill. This one works. How well people are doing at keeping uptime on buffs. One buff, Bloodthirst, can have 100% uptime. It's only got 77. That's because someone's not running tier 8. We can also look at, like, this one might be kind of jacked too. This is a good way to find which buffs are being run at 100%. Critical Priority is one of the raid buffs that we always want running. VI is from your NGs. Bioshell is something always coming from NGs. And then we can also look at your specific buffs. So Stalkers want to keep up. Let's see, Follow-Up is a good one. We want to have that up. That's below a certain suit power. We're generating suit power. Nanoskin Lethal is our innate. We want to make sure we're using that a ton. TR is another invisible for us. And then there should be just a couple more, which might be hard to find with how many are in this fight. How often we're using Clone, that's a helpful one. And, let's see, Blood Rush is another one, good for seeing uptime of that ability. So look for your specific class uptimes, and then see, like, let's see, like, engineers might have like a volatility buff that they're getting between 30 70. Find that name, come down here to buffs that may be uncategorized, or find them in here. You could also do control find, so I might do control F, Blood Rush, because I want to see how well that one's doing. And then there's Bloodthirst. Thirst, Blood Rush. Might be a good way to distinguish because there's so many in here right now. Let's see, last but not least, deaths. We can definitely see what the issue is when people are dying. I already went over that. Deaths, damage taken, healing compared parses, what's going well. This is a great one to actually compare. I did this earlier. Boomer did way more healing than Razik, and Razik did more over healing. They were both active for a good amount of time, so obviously there's an issue. So if you click Boomer, you can see he's using his abilities, and I already looked at this, so I know he's running Sigil, which is Spellslinger's amazing healing ability right now. So we're going to hit X here, go back to all players, click Razik. Razik is not running Sigil. That ability is incredible. There's no reason not to be running it unless you just don't have it unlocked yet. So now we're going to go say, hey Razik, if you have this unlocked, you should be running it. If you don't, let us help you get it unlocked. As always, if there's not content available or you can't figure out something, feel free to shoot me a message in our Discord. And if you need a video describing or understanding something like an add-on, let me know and I will make it for you. Good luck.